Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Strike, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Khan. Between the north, we got Aimstrong, fighting here for King and Country. For the Guards Armored Division versus the south, we got DevM here fighting for the Fatherland, Germany, for the 21st Panzer Division here with Scavenge, Spec Ops, and Firestorm versus Vanguard, Mobile Assault, and Special Weapons Regiment with double infantry, 50 caliber, and versus infantry, Bickers, and anti-tank gun bulletins here. Certainly some rather typical doctoral choices to an extent here from both players. You can see the Kubelwagen Volkswagen start here for DevM as he moves northwards with the Sturmpioneers for northwest, Kubelwagen heading eastwards instead. And we can see Aimstrong is also aggressively to an extent going west here with the section, while another section is moving eastwards. Vickers following up there for Aimstrong here in the early moments of the game. Kubelwagen here rolling through the desolate ruins, rather with little support to show for it so far. So both players here expanding out there, and of course they'll need to secure each of their own car-off points to get access to the other half of the map in the process though. Sturmpioneers going straight for the fuel point there. Will the Volkswagen be able to support on time though? Kubelwagen continues eastwards here. And is he planning another Sturmpioneer squad? More Volksgrenadiers, Kubelwagen, and it is more Volksgrenadiers there for DevM. Bickers machine gun there arrives for Aimstrong. Kubelwagen no longer pushes eastwards, but goes for the centre of the victory point, or perhaps he's looking to scout out Aimstrong's movements and sort of figure out things before making further moves. Cut-off point then being secured, fuel pump being secured as well. He would like to then convert his two squads around here. Now actually be able to overwhelm Aimstrong. Oh, Kubelwagen also joining in this case, spotting the section there. Volkswagen should be able to quickly support. More sections for Aimstrong and more Volkswagen there for DevM. First shots fired here between the Kubelwagen and the section. Section in this case fails to penetrate the arm of the Kubelwagen, surprisingly. Vickers moving up support here, that could give DevM a bit of problems. So there's going in aggressively here, there's the section, Volkswagen following up, in this case spotting the Kubelwagen. He is quick to move the Volkswagen out of line of sight here. Sturmpioneers going to try and grab the car point before possibly then shifting up here and then try and get behind the Vickers. So some aggressive movement here in the early game. Both players hoping to perhaps deliver the decisive strike, but neither player really heavily committing to it. In particular, DevM here certainly has no interest in committing to an engagement. He does not feel he can win. So some sharp handling here. In this case, it's Sturmpioneers while trying to flank and outmaneuver the Vickers. In this case, get spotted and they will be suppressed. No, they actually managed to get out of the bed. Still out in the open. There's the section here, low on health, and there's no needed support on side here, as he might even just be using the bait to then screen the rest of the force moving eastwards and hitting Aimstrong in the east. Very radical choice of direction there for DevM, but bold nonetheless, and could in fact be quite, well, effective. So very sharp moves there from DevM, possibly throwing Aimstrong into a bit of confusion. We got take over there though for Aimstrong. We got shots being fired here in these folks. There's a section, then we got other folks squad then flanking behind here. Very aggressive flanking there from DevM, completely enveloping Aimstrong section there. Aimstrong moving up another section to assist us regain the car point as well, but he's certainly being thrown into a bit of disarray here by DevM's rapid and ruthless movements. Rattan, what the hell is that even? Sturmpioneers finally caught with the Vickers and being suppressed here in the west, but in the east, so this is where the real fighting is happening. Got more folks arriving here, the squad hanging back here. In this case, though, he's quickly left the Volkswagen squad here too long to dry, and now we can see Aimstrong is piling on, but nonetheless, we can see DevM now rolling in everything he's got in infantry. Small chance, but ultimately looks like a bit back and forth here. Then again, he's got a lot of wounded sections. There we go, one push back. Now it's just down to two. One of his own squads is in good condition, but the other one is quickly focused down here with the section. So who knows how this could go. This could still easily go either way here. We've got a sapper squad out here forming almost. Oh, he got the section. A huge loss here for Aimstrong in the first 4 minutes of the game. A huge loss, and he hasn't got anything like that back on DevM, who's also taking up here. So that's going to be pretty rough there for Aimstrong, and might take a bit of work there to come back for him, particularly since that was also one upgraded with medical supplies. So not only did he lose the manpower investment, he also lost the munitions investment. That is quite a harsh development there for Aimstrong, who's all of a sudden then conceded a chunk of the map here to DevM. Oh dear, that's going to hurt. He's quickly replacing that with a sapper section more. Vickers moving westward here to try and grab the territory there, but he also needs to regain the car point. We can see DevM is digging in pretty hard round. He's laying down mines as well. A few sandbags here and there could also serve him quite nicely. Kubelwagen pressuring onwards there, just further threatening Aimstrong, who's actually then moving about. He's actually laying down mines within DevM's territory, trying to perhaps set up for some future surprises there. Hopefully he doesn't get spotted, otherwise that mine's going to be a waste, but otherwise it could prove critical down the road. Might catch a vehicle, might disrupt the retreat, or might just sort of throw off a flank. But certainly putting down mines in your opponent's territory while he's aware you're there is a very sneaky move there. Certainly higher caliber stuff there from Aimstrong. But there goes Section getting ready to flank the full scale jump on into the Savage can knock apart with the Sten guns here in the west. We've got the Vickers there being engaged by the full guns. Need to stop. There we go. Troops being engaged here by the sections as the movement of the Lee Enfield rifles. And there we go. One mad moment later, all of the German infantry in the centre is in full retreat.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
But DevM is very much still in control there. We've got the mechanised regiment up, which will allow him to rush out of looks and, well, basically be even more in control here versus Aimstrong. You got the Fulks of the Sappers moving up there. Fulks with a bit of trouble here as they're being engaged rather abruptly up close. And we got assault rifles all the way here for DevM's hardened Fulks Grenadiers. Going for the Corf point, going for the point here. Could also then try and go next for the Corf point. At least he's not at DevM access that. Though, of course, also going for that one, so they can actually deny DevM access for that as well. So Aimstrong striking back hard here against DevM so far. We got a 6-pounder gun up here since he is pretty confident. He knows what DevM's going to go for. And he's going to go for light vehicles or light armour. And obviously he's going to need a 6-pounder gun to have a decent chance. Because even with that, you know, sneaking mine late down there. Anti-tank guns will be necessary to halt either looks or a Puma. Though of course in this case he's going for the looks for pretty obvious reasons. He's not expecting any sort of light vehicle play right away. So he could easily rush ahead there for the looks. And Aimstrong won't have any sort of vehicular responses to it. I mean, he's taking now, but of course that's going to take some time to then have the full resources for the AC Mark III. Looks they're arriving here for him, regaining the Corf point, but he's also hitting the other Corf point there. A lot of harassment going on between the two players, a lot of action, a lot of movement, and a lot of engagements. And there we go, looks almost done there for DevM, and there we go. Can't remember the 12th SS actually had any of those luxes. There were a few divisions that had it, also a few divisions that had the Puma. But I think those were sort of either the 1st or 2nd SS Panzer divisions and the Panzer Lehr. There you go, section engaged up closer by the section here, supported also by the Vickers. In the west here, fighting for the fuel point happens here. Section versus the Kugelwagen. And in the east, they grab the fuel point here, but we've got the German section moving in to disrupt and harass Aimstrong there. But there you go, looks to the rescue here for DevM's beleaguered German pioneers. Quickly flanking the section there with his 2cm auto cannon, engaging them with no mercy. Could set off the mine there. Nope. And they're going to turn to deal with the Vickers machine gun, tears into it with the auto cannon. Short, Fritz! Short! Don't want to hear this talk about taking prisoners. So, Tommies, they deserve no mercy. Armoured car there on the way for Aimstrong, halfway done. We got more mines down here from DevM, good work, but otherwise it's actually got no real way of countering the AC. I mean, if Aimstrong, say, goes for, you know, more armoured cars, and just the armoured cars, so can just keep the looks of heart quite a headache here. So, I mean, DevM is a slightly risky position. He's going to have to rely a lot there on the mines to basically do the anti-tank work until he can bring up something else. AC almost down there for Aimstrong, troops healing, reinforcing. Again, we got a lot of movement here on the sides, on the edges of the map there. Avoids the mine. Had it been hit the mine there, right in front of the 6-pounder gun, though, that could very well have been good as knock there for the light tank crew. There we go, armoured carts upon the sections. Other section making its way back, and here in the east we got fighting around here. Sappers moving up there aggressively. Son of Doctor there for Aimstrong, no flamethrowers. Obviously might have had a better chance of this as Fulks going to do up close. There you go, other Sapper section moving in. Armoured coming down there. Oh yes, looks moving in there. Could risk setting up a position where the AC can actually cut off the escape path of the looks and knock it out here. Mine here would be a future good spot there, I think, for Aimstrong, by the way. Still a lot of pressure going on. There we go. Armoured coming in here. DevM still got a fat fuel lead. I mean, he's getting 42 fuel per minute. I mean, he's really just ahead there of Aimstrong in that direction. That's certainly, I imagine, putting some severe pressure on Aimstrong mentally, because he should be aware that his opponent's getting a massive fuel edge over him. Massive.
Enemy causing trouble.
Cool on the way there for them to help deal with stuff there. We got mines going off. Killing a Fulks Grenadier. Poor Fritz gave his life for the fatherland. Probably not very willingly, though. Section they're getting absolutely shredded by the Fulks Grenadiers and the looks there. We got a squad here flanking in there. Anti-tank and armoured car then gave the looks. Almost got it, almost got it. Probably can't get it. If the armoured car can bloody well hit. Come on, Gerald. It's just a light tank. There we go, Gerald. Good job. Good job. You're not a complete disgrace to the King's armies then. Still got damage in it, and the Vickers got quite a bit of a loss there for Aimstrong, but still he got the looks that should help him just a bit here versus DevM, and trying to move some of DevM's potential, but just doing a lot of damage versus Aimstrong's infantry, some of it. Here in the west section, that wipes out the full Scandinavian squad. That's definitely a win there for Aimstrong. Definitely a win, certainly something that gives him a bit more maneuver room now. Kednev up, but not quite close enough. Need to fix up the armoured car as swiftly as possible. He also needs to recruit the Vickers machine gun. So we got the Puma out there for DevM 234-2. Only saw a small production run before they basically scrapped the project. They were worried that the 50mm gun was actually too powerful for an armoured car and would make the crews too bold and, you know, begin doing stuff they weren't supposed to do. So they actually scrapped that, moved it back to a 2cm autocannon, and then instead produced a series of other armoured cars that sort of function more like assault guns. That is, they had a 75mm cannon, 75mm anti-tank gun, mounted in more fixed position on this sort of chassis there, to sort of act to support them for the 2cm gun version. There you go, Puma taking a lot of hits here though. Very close to me. Got Vanguard out here for Aimstrong. Rare to see Vanguard out, to be honest. But it does seem to have picked up a bit later. But there you go, Fort Logistics Slider. That'll be a heroic officer up that charge officer there out. It's an ability that, by the way, definitely needs to nerf as well. But there you go, landing officer with his officer charge. I might see some more commanders than down rope for the Aimstrong. That could certainly give him something of an edge there versus DevM. The commanders could definitely then face easily the Folks coming in and wipe them out. Going for the fuel point again still. Aimstrong is very much behind the fuel race versus DevM, though he does seem to be slightly winning out in terms of manpower. But there you go, officer heading southwards with this commando squad, or command squad there. Folks have almost been wiping out the section, crew running about there. Troops being here eastwards, armoured car fixed up as well here for DevM and the 21st Panzer Division. Actually, why do you say 12th? It's 21st, which definitely do not have Pumas. In fact, it relied a lot there on other light vehicles. In fact, for French vehicles, armoured car-wise, it probably didn't have anything spectacular. It didn't even have any Panthers itself, and that had been received from the 2nd Panzer Division, which then received a Panther battalion from the 116th Panzer Division. But there you go, and landing officer moving in there, heroic charge, going straight for the cutoff point, Vickers supporting. He's also in this case using raid operation, very powerful ability, allows you to seize and just points very, very rapidly. Even the vehicles can do it. It's a really great ability, and I'm just surprised it never gets used more than it does, because again, it's a very powerful ability in terms of just harassment and what it can do with it. And it only costs 50 munitions, which is rather crazy for what it does. Vickers setting up there. But got flanked here by the Puma. Nice move there again by them. Sort of nice, wide, sort of flanking maneuvers there. Hugging the edge of the map. Very quick to try and avoid, all units getting caught in one spot there. Very nice execution there by DevM. Very nice execution. Commanders in this case suffering quite heavy loss there from the Volksgrenadiers. Didn't quite work out there for Aimstrong. He's got a fort retreat point up here. Just needs to get some healing up there as well. But he certainly needs to deliver some more striking blows there versus DevM, who's very much still in control. And at this point, could easily take a hit there for Schwerpanzer quarters to that way deliver some pain onto Aimstrong. Mines up there, troops reinforcing, possibly some healing as well. Well, they're not actually reinforcing it, but that's because he needs this point actually be able to reinforce there, and he currently doesn't, so that doesn't quite work out for him. Armoured car here, dealing with troops in the west, in this case a Kugelwagen. My God, if you've been never built to handle such a thing, Scheiße! There we go, armoured car scores a kill. It's actually abandoned. I doubt Aimstrong's going to make use of it, but he could in theory at least use for a bit of harassment versus DevM, maybe some scouting, and just the sheer sort of ha-ha factor in it. Look at this, chaps, I'm a German. Let's go kill us some Jews. Charles, that's not very nice. Well, it's what they do. Section there needs to retreat. Vic is heavily. You can see actually he's a bit desperate. He's actually rushing out as units to try and deal with them, who's very much still in sort of aggressive control here versus Aimstrong. And the West Sap is pushed back. He's going for a commander squad. He's opting up for even more heavy infantry there versus DevM. Not necessarily a bad idea there. I mean, the closer quarters can get enough of that. He could just be able to gain control of the map here, but just cutting down as much as DevM's infantry as possible. DevM is certainly playing very aggressively, and Aimstrong does seem to try to respond to it. You can also soon go here for the Flak Panzer. He's also got options there for Jaegers to support his men. That's the 21st Panzer Division. Storm Pioneers operating here. Again, DevM just exerting aggressive and violent map control. But we do have the commanders taking easy here because it's out of control. I think actually that causes it to slow down quite a bit there. As you can see that it's taking ages to train anything. But as soon as it gets to the point that it should speed up markedly. Or not, apparently he has to then skip it and then do it again. Or perhaps it speeds up as unnaturally. Either way, that's going to take some time then. We got an Austin flak panzer out here for DevM with its 37mm flak to help deal with the infantry. He's clearly not expecting Aimstrong to go for any armor soon because he's got such a fat fuel lead. And Austin here is in fact a pretty good choice there for DevM. South 40 again, we got more raid operation here for Aimstrong. Good use of the ability. Again, allows him to rapidly seize back a lot of territory. Got the commander, 6-pounder guns, Vickers, sections, armoured car there. Could do with some repairs. Another push for the cutoff point here. We got a lot of mines about, and there you go. Puma hits a mine, setting off the other mine. Suffering further damage from that. Section moving down here. Barely avoiding one of DevM's mines. Moving ahead here, Vickers anti-tank and the commandos. Troops being repaired here by an MD-34 DevM set up here by the gates towards the western cutoff point. And there you go. Ostman moving ahead. 6-pounder gun ready to support though. Commandos ready. Need to get the armor car down to help. And there you go. Fultz was out and then getting shredded here by the Vickers machine gun. Commandos just waiting cover. There you go. Ostman taking direct hit from the 6-pounder gun. Fultz was moving up close and there you go. Commandos will unleash a killing barrage here up close and there we go. Once they get up close, they get shredded here by the commanders. Sten guns. Incendiary grenade goes off, but the commanders don't care. Artillery called in here on the 6-pounder gun. Nice move there, but chance of losing the Sturm Pioneers. Well, Aimstrong the reacting time there you go. Does pull back here in the west. We got fighting here. Fultz versus Sappers and the section. Sappers are being slowly. Oh no! Close here, close here. Heavy artillery fire raining down here. And almost got the point here. There we go. Commanders can advance. We got the Osman moving about here. Half health. Officers seizing the points there as well. Healing reinforcement repairs going on. The armoured car halfway to 52. And Puma, there we go, seals the deal here in the west. Pushing back the section, but he can't grab the fuel point. Section does not move towards the cut-off point there. And the Osman just rolls back here towards the base where there's a battle group headquarters up for DevM, so not delaying any further armour. And in theory, giving Aimstrong a chance now to get back in the fight. And they're going to actually get out as the company command person that way. Maybe rush out some medium armour. But he's actually going for a second commander squad. He is going for a second commando squad. So he's going to go very infantry heavy there versus DevM. That way trying to, you know, gain dominance because two commanders plus an heroic, the officer there, it's actually going to be a lot of sort of short to medium range firepower. And they can do a lot of damage very quickly if DevM isn't careful. So that can actually allow Aimstrong to gain control. Plus, of course, the ambush ability again allows for further very violent shenanigans. So certainly interesting choice here by Aimstrong. Certainly interesting. It's very rare to see a player actually go for that many commandos in the first place. So need to see a player then go for two of them. Plus of course the heroic officer certainly stands out quite a bit. Got the Osman moving eastwards. No anti-tank support in the east, so that's going to make it very easy there. And we got the folks with the spearheading the assault in the centre. Puma heading up and got the armoured car 6-pounder gun moving in as well here. There we go, got hit from the armoured car, but there you go, several hits from the Puma and like Kednov, reveals itself in the east here. Officer being engaged by the Osman, needs to retreat on the spot before it's too late. And the 30mm flak there just stretched them. In the centre, fighting continues. Mines laid down here by Aimstrong. Folks are saying through the sappers where the commandos, they are nowhere to be seen. Missing in action. Mine hit unit wounded. And Puma down to half health. Got commandos rushing in there. Armoured car following up on them. Going to try and hit here. Second going to attack through the front. But then again he might work this machine gun nearby. The machine gun is rather up in the north. Osman here could in theory try and flank behind Aimstrong here. But it does not decide to do it. In this case Puma going forward. Does he use aim shot? No, he does not use it. Well, the target trait there. That could maybe immobilise the Puma. Allowing the armoured car to get it. But there you go. He gets it nonetheless. Smoke pop. Here's the command center out the Savage. And the Kednwerfer. Nice engagement here for Aimstrong. It gives a bit of a bloody nose there to DevM. In fact, he's now got a much larger force here than DevM population-wise. So DevM's getting ready to take up here. But he won't be able to get anything from the tech for some time. So right now, I mean, Aimstrong is slow on victory points, but this is probably his best chance to gain the match back here from DevM if he can sort of play his cards correctly. That's certainly going to be quite a challenge here. But the two commander squads plus the officer here should give, I think, the most optimal chance to just sort of bursting through if he plays his game card correctly. We got the Austrian patrol commanders basically acting as scouts here, ready to ambush anyone. Getting too close, and oh, there we go. Austrian moves past, but there you go, ready to deal with the supporting Volksgunner squad. There you go. Incendiary grenade off, quick retreat, but still did some damage there, and will probably slow down any advance from DevM. Heading the western points as well, going for more cut-off points. Good work. A lot of engagement here, a lot of harassment. Section of engaged by Volksgunners rushing forwards. Pretty aggressively. We got that sappers moving westwards into the MG-34. At the same time, section is going to be engaged with German pioneers, supported by the Austrian flak panzer, breaking down walls indiscriminately and crashing gates. And here commandos dealing with the Volksgunners before retreating. Quick retreat there. More reinforcement here. We got this suppressed here. Looks like they got too close to something. And there we go. Officer gives them a very mean look, sending them running there. Says they really didn't do much practical there. Vickers moving up. Some pretty intense fighting here. Aimstrong would not hurt from continuing to take up soon. DevM in the meanwhile is going for Obersoldaten. He's actually only used the doctrine so far to the flak panzer there, so I think there's no sign of anything else being utilised by his doctrine. Interestingly enough, and there go hitting the east armoured car will be needed, I think. Again, if you get a target tread off, then maybe get the anti-tank close enough, you could, in theory, knock out the Austrian. Even target treading it would certainly, I think, cause them to be a bit more careful. There you go, quick hit there, 6 gun supporting, or he's trying to support.
Capture point. They're trying to take it.
Mine spotted there. Aimstrong laying down some very aggressive mines there. Not bad at all. Orbital and almost done there for them. Sappers up closely, cleaning up the Ket in the Alpha. Got the armour coming down there, and there goes 6 pounder gun. Gets a good hit off the Austrian flak panzer. And officer could charge here. The Volksgunner is by the eastern cut-off point, the far eastern. There we go. Obersoldaten, hardened men of the 21st Panzer Division, veterans of North Africa that actually made it out of there. Got the light machine on the way, we got the commanders engaging, and here got hit moves for the car point, commanders the heroic charging, which basically means they take very little damage, plus they gain a big damage boost and can sprint. I think rather needs a nerf, to be honest. Got troops moving up here, Obersoldaten with that machine gun commanders push back. We got the section engaged here by the 2 Volksgunner squads. We got a mine here still. He failed to remove it, and he's going to move. Oh! 2 squads immobilised, 4 men dead from 1 mine. That is big for Aimstrong, though in this case doesn't last long, but still 4 men for 30 munitions, that is pretty good. That's a pretty good deal.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
You won't find better. Armored car there going in versus the Obersoldaten, and then goes past them.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Still no tech up from Aimstrong. Is he aiming for a crocodile here? I mean, he could do it. It would feel a bit risky at the current stage, but he could do it. Would certainly be a very difficult thing for them to deal with since they only got the Osman like Kerdenapper. So, I mean, a crocodile would not be a bad choice here for Aimstrong. I mean, that could possibly actually crush DevM here. And meanwhile, more mines down there. He certainly does not let up there. That is good to see. That is good to see. Some players only lay down like a few mines in the early game, and then they just forget them. Aimstrong clearly isn't one of those players. Osman hitting eastwards. Section here versus Obersoldaten. Taking quite a few hits there as the light machine gun just blasts away. And the rest of the sappers versus Volksgunner need to get into cover there. Hard away from those bullets. Osman continues to try and stick to the edge. He doesn't sort of rush it in like a medium tank for the most part, it seems. And Aimstrong finally decides not to go for the crocodile, but instead to take up here and go for some medium armor soon enough. He could go for the centaur, but most likely it's going to be initially a Cromwell, though of course put the envelope with the centaur to help clean the streets of German infantry. But Aimstrong's actually now got a much larger force than DevM, though again, considering the way that DevM is playing his force, it doesn't quite appear like that, because, I mean, Aimstrong still listening to, you know, great map control, so in that regard it sort of highlights just, I think, how effective DevM is with his aggressive tactics and the way he uses Ostwind. In that part, he's helping, you know, just keep Aimstrong a bit more contained. Sort of constantly threatening flanks and just looking for weak spots to hit with surgical precision. But here, there we go, Osman to deal with the officer, gaining veterans in 1. You would benefit, though, from not moving the Ostwind so much. I mean, remember, the Ostwind takes a 50% accuracy penalty when moving. So, I mean, if you keep moving the Ostwind about, it will, in most cases, not be taking full advantage of his lethality.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
It's a bit of fun here. We've got the Fulters moving up here against the section of the Vickers. Gonna get flanked then. He does not deal with the flankers. He does not deal with it. He can go for the Cromwell about now, and certainly I think should go for the Cromwell as fast as possible here, though. Again, centre is an option, though. Again, with the Ostwind 9, he probably wants to go for the Cromwell first. Though in theory, centre supported by the AC, it should be able to deal with the Ostwind as well. But choice needs to be made, and it needs to be made soon here for Aimstrong before DevM. We've got quick grenade exchange. In this case, the British deliver a bit of a bigger surprise. Ostwind rolling up here fast. Field point there being harassed. Victory points being hit there. And there we go. Aimstrong going for a Cromwell. Medium tank. Or cruiser tank, technically, since the British didn't really as such operate with mediums. They operated with cruiser and infantry tanks. There was also, in theory, cavalry tanks, which I suppose were cruisers anyways. And, well, there was light tanks, essentially. That was sort of the only sort of in the infantry, medium, heavy tank sort of thing they operated with. It's a little fun fact there. Got the commands moving up, engaging the Fulters up decently with their silent Sten guns, which were quite silent. They were basically fully silenced from also the interior design, so they didn't make too much noise. There's one weapon that was just more silent, so that was the Delisle carbine, which barely made a noise. And which, if you actually check some of the in-game stats, apparently they were supposed to have that one, but they decided to do away with it. So go figure. There you go, Cromwell medium tank out here for Aimstrong. Ostwind here supporting, going to need some repairs. 6 kills, and we got a Panther for them, way for DevM. I mean, timing wise, I probably would have preferred a Panther, but considering again his sort of situation and control of resources, it kind of makes sense. It's not a bad choice as long as he prevents Aimstrong from being able to get too many Cromwells too fast. Otherwise, that Cromwell's going to have a bad, or that Panther 4's going to have a bad time. The Cromwell's obviously, if you can get more Cromwells out, it's going to have a good time. But if you just can support it pretty well there with the AEC, the Cromwell should also have a pretty good time. Then we've got Orbs on the flank, there you go, we've got the Cromwell, we've got the AC ready to deal with the Orbs, but they do clear out the anti-tank gun, murdering its crew with accurate machine gun fire. We've got the Kidnapper here, shoots at the, oh, AC gets flanked here by the Cromwell. Section 5 up, support here and there, go, gets a good hit, Orbison pulling back here, Steel Pun is almost wiped. Got the AC moving in, but he wiped the Commander Squad. Quite a loss there for Aimstrong. Almost got the Steel Pioneers, there we go, wiped with the Traction Machine Gun. In the west here, another engagement moves out, Commanders. Sections here, Sappers versus Fulton Grenadiers, there we go, it looks like a close to wipe there. Continued fight here as the Panther, look, got the Panther 4 now on the way here. Good flank for the Cromwell again, he can get off target tread. He could make the Panther 4 an easy target here for the... There we go, he goes for the target tread. Can he get it off? And there we go. Re-exposed. AC still supporting. Panther 4 immobilized utterly now. Cromwell almost down, but trying to deal with the AC, ignoring the Cromwell for just perhaps a few critical moments. Almost got it, but he gets the Cromwell instead. Didn't quite work out there for Aimstrong. Bad luck there, but there we go. The AC gets the Panther 4. In that sense, the Cromwell is cheaper than it, but he loses the AC to a Kettenwerfer, which shoots through all the smoke and debris. Nice attack move, or attack ground move there by them, because technically you should not be able to see through all the smoke there. Basically, tanks generate smoke which blocks line of sight, so, and that's when they're knocked out, so that was basically very sort of judicious Kettenwerfer shot there, knocking out Aimstrong's armoured castle. No, well, they've lost most of the tanks. I mean, in this case, though, they've still got the Ostwind. He's still got the Ostwind, though he still keeps shooting and moving with it, which I suppose is a small blessing there for Aimstrong. That was a very brutal engagement there. Again, had that Cromwell, at least the AC mate out there, that would have been a, you know, pretty good engagement for Aimstrong, but losing both of them rather meant DevM came out ahead there. But there you go, hits a mine in the west of Vienna into tank and see if I've got one, but it's not quite there, ready to be able to get there in time, I think. Ostwind might just be able to get away from that. Fulton up for the centre. Oh dear, it's going to flank the anti-tank, but there we go. Vickers covering the flank of the 6-pounder gun, suppressing those dastardly Huns. But DevM here quickly calling in artillery here on Aimstrong's machine gun position by the corner. 105 minute how to barracks there. Falling down. Houses continue to tumble down. Well, more than they were before. DevM certainly got a small force, but he has again by knocking out all of Aimstrong's vehicles, sort of smoothing out a bit there, the differences. He's actually going for another Oberstleutnant squad as Aimstrong is going for another commander squad. So both players are placing increased emphasis on lead infantry to carry the fighting. I mean, it's not a bad idea at all there. Oberstleutnant here, catch the Vickers. Sturmpioneer supporting. Section there, we got to the commanders moving forward. Troops have reinforcing healing. He's actually lost both of his commander squads now. That's actually pretty bad there for Aimstrong. That is a lot of manpower then he's lost, of course. Not as much if they must to lose them, because these only cost 350 manpower and the Oberstleutnant cost 400. Plus the light machine guns. So he hasn't just lost any of the Oberstleutnant, so I mean, until he does, there's not much to do there. Got the commanders standing back there with their silent Sten guns, which by the way also impressed Otto Skorseny, who was basically sort of the head spec ops guy for the Germans, quite a lot. In fact, the Germans would use captured examples on their own missions, which served them quite nicely because they used German ammunition. They used the 9mm Parabellum the Germans used, because that way, you know, the commandos and the resistance groups and so on, they could just easily use German munitions against them. So it also, of course, meant if the Germans captured examples of those, they could vice versa use them against the Allies. Got the Osman Muscle too, got a section there. Vickers, Kedner, there we go. Gets got hit on the Osman. 6-pounder gun as well there. Could lose the Osman here, unless he just blitzes in there, maybe bypasses them both, but no such luck. There we go, Veteran 2, also being pushed back here with the commanders. Almost got the Osman, but it does get away with a quick blitzkrieg here from DevM, who's got it to Veteran 2 of all things, though. He still doesn't get a lot there with it, because he never stops it up for long, so he's actually allowed to get some hits. Remember, it is very inaccurate on the move. Very inaccurate. There you go, the Aimstrong going for another Cromwell. So much shifting in the map here. I mean, the map just shifts in terms of who controls it very rapidly from like moment to moment. We got the MD-34 man by commanders. Not bad there for Aimstrong. Not bad. We got grenade off here. And, quick reaction there from DevM. Otherwise, that could have been a wipe. Then that would have been certainly pretty good for Aimstrong. DevM here going for maybe some more armor. Panther 4, maybe a Panther this time around versus Aimstrong. Aimstrong, by the way, is also closing in here the gap in terms of victory points between the two. And quite efficiently. So this is certainly a high-paced fight here between two good players. And there you go, commanders there pushing back the Volksgrenadiers. Highly accurate Sten gunfire there pushing them back. And up here, folks, continue the pursuit meet. There we go, Vickers holding the Volksgrenadiers. Quick and clear, trying to rush them back. Officer Victory 2, and there you go, being flanked here by Oberstleutnant. We actually got now rate of racing again, allowed to quickly seize points. In this case, he's doing it just to get back the cut-off points so you can actually get connected with everything on the other side of the main road here, basically. I mean, the two cut-off points basically sort of just control sort of access through the mid to the other side of the map there for either player. So quickly sneaking ahead, he just seizing as much as he can, as fast as he can. And then again, just happens very rapidly again. It's a very powerful ability, and it's good to see someone actually realise the power of it there. In this case, Aimstrong.
We've 100 points left.
100 points left of Aimstrong. Definitely needs to do something a bit more decisive there versus DevM. He needs to inflict some more brutal losses. And so he needs to try and knock out that Ostwind, because even if DevM is not handling it in that sense fully efficiently, he's certainly handling it well enough to actually give Aimstrong quite a headache. Quick light gun decides not to. Common moving eastwards, going for the fuel point here. Trying to move back towards the western one. DevM bit time before he can get any armor. And there we go, command to engage here by the Ostwind. Does he stop it for once? No, he insists on just keeping. Oh, there we go, stops it. And then moves it again. But there you go, Cromwell to the rescue. There we go. I can have him support the Ostwind. In this case, it's not cloaked. No, he decides not to pursue the Ostwind. He decides not to pursue, allowing the Ostwind in this case to quickly get out of trouble. That was lucky for DevM, otherwise there might have been a chance there. If he decided just to pursue the Ostwind, he might not be able to get it with his Cromwell, and that would certainly hurt DevM quite a bit there. And there you go, finally not moving, but there you go, 6-pounder going to get it to hit there with the Ostwind. Cromwell just hanging back. More fighting here in the west. Victory points 92 versus 270. More reinforcement, more healing.
To advance rapidly through the front lines.
Down in DevM's base, nothing further happening there. And there we go. Got the officer here versus the opposite line, and on the very wrong side of the cover. The assault is very much one-sided, in particular since there was another opposite Soldaten squad right nearby. So a lot of pressure against Aimstrong from DevM, who just does not let up. He keeps at it like a German Energizer bunny. Got the Panther 4 on the way there for him as well. In the west here, MG34 wielding opposite line, push back the section there. But we got the Cromwell with commander support here ready to flush out the Huns from the west.
The enemy cut our supply line.
MG34 sent up to cover the centre. Got opposite line with the Kenner support pushing in there. There you go, landing hit on the Volksgrenadiers. Nice shot there. In the centre, opposite being held by the MG34. Manned by commandos. And there you go, sappers rushing in to finish them off. Up close and ugly.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Panther 4 almost done. Aimstrong not too far off getting another tank of his own. Hit up 2 Cromwells though as the Panther 4. He should certainly be able to do some damage. He might even then just be able to hit the Osman very fast and knock it up. But there you go, cross point hit again. Osman though to the rescue once more. The Kednev recovering here in case of any armour, trying to attack through there. 15 kills. Germany. Got the folks moving in. They got the officer sprinting forwards again. Officer charge. Quick grenade there. Ooh, takes it from his own grenade. In fact, probably ends up doing more damage to himself than he did to the enemy with that one. That's good. There we got the Osman back in though. Quickly getting a kill and another good hit there. 6-pounder gun was not set up, so couldn't actually shoot at the Osman. Tank hanging back, then he's not in any time. Abe's going to go for another one. The Kednev recovering, but problem is there's actually that statue in the way for the Kednev. It's an extensive counterport, but there you go. He's going to get the Osman. He's finally going to get it. Hit the mine. 6-pounder gun Cromwell there, knocking out DevM's Osman's Panther 4 moving in. Hit, shoots, misses. Right into the anti-tank, and then the Cromwell. One shot bounces, one penetrates. Pretty risky there by DevM. He virtually loses the Panther 4 now. That could be a very critical moment that could allow Aimstrong to gain full control of the match here, because then he's going to have definite arm advantage. I mean, if he gets the Panther 4, he could easily go for Centaur, and at that point, I think he could just begin aggressively mopping up DevM's infantry. But he did manage to get the Panther 4 out of there. For now. Aimstrong can soon go for a second Cromwell, in which case again he can really begin pressuring DevM as long as he doesn't do anything silly with the Cromwells. Got the Orbs on here fighting heroically to gain control of the centre victory point. Machine gun moving up there. Quick button grenade there, and there we go. We got the officer charge support with from the Cromwell. There we go. Orbs on taking quite a bit of damage. There you go. Panther 4 shoots, almost wiped the officer. Carrying the Panther 4 close to the front line. DevM is taking risks, he knows it, but he knows he also just wants to pressure Aimstrong more. And there you go. Giving him the edge. There's the Cromwell, forcing that one up because he's not going to pay. In fact, he's going for another commando squad. He definitely needs more armor sooner, but he also needs to fix up that Cromwell soon.
Our supply line's broken.
So DevM edging back there, control versus Aimstrong, and there you go, flanking his commando MG34. Finding here, sappers need to retreat. Oh, he might lose them there. There's Orbison covering the retreat path. If he gets a good grenade on the retreat path, there's a few better chances of might get some lucky shots there. Panther 4 those back in action. Another Cromwell away from Aimstrong. Commander's still being worked on, but again taking ages now that he lost access to the point it's on.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
And there we go. Demo charge down. Odd positioning there for it. Odd positioning there from Aimstrong about it.
Supply line's been cut.
Grenade could also have been thrown a bit better. It does manage to push back the German infantry. There's still the matter of the tank, which delivers a crucial blow there. Killing 2 of the commandos.
We've 75 points
Second
left.
Cromwell almost done there. Fortunately, headed Cromwell still not fixed up.
Sections has been lost.
And he loses the commandos to the Obersoldaten. Well, there you go, big push ahead here. Anti-tank gun, machine gun.
Squad knocked out.
He's almost got the tank, but he's got no other anti-tank. And as soon as the Panther 4 bypasses that 6-pounder gun, Aimstrong is going to be in a lot of trouble. We've got a grenade falling up here on the anti-tank gun. Machine gun bypassed, positioned by the glider, completely overrun. Aimstrong's finding out the second cromwell at this point. It's just too late, too late. Going in here for the Panzer 4. Almost got it, takes a nasty hit there. 6-pounder gun gets a good hit in the cromwell. And there you go, glider kaput. Bits of it going all over the place. I think in particular the main captain just got launched into space. There you go, cromwell down. Cromwell down. He's got another commando glider in there. Almost got the Panther 4, which is quickly blitzing out of range here for Aimstrong, who's now also bleeding victory points profusely.
25 points left.
Got the Panther 4, abandoned. But I doubt he can actually make use of it. He's got those troops moving up into these, get some victory points as fast as humanly possible. Panther 4 wrecked, ensuring that Aimstrong does not get it. So it won't matter at this point. He's down to 9 points. He can't get to the victory points fast enough. 6. He doesn't have munitions either for raid operation, which would have been his only hope here. And GG, game over. Brutal fight here on Khan. DevM, in this case, to an extent, I think largely outplayed Aimstrong. I mean, he was just able to just keep fluidly moving, keeping pressuring. So even when Aimstrong had a much larger force, he was still on the defensive versus DevM, who just kept rapidly seeking out the weak points, hitting them, hurting them, and of course using the Osprey. And even when he wasn't using it efficiently, he was still working in such a manner it forced Aimstrong to play a lot more cautiously and defensively. So DevM just had the initiative, and he really refused to let it go, and DevM or Aimstrong just couldn't take the initiative from DevM. So that was some really aggressive tactics there with the orbital commerce, working out very well there for DevM. And again, just Aimstrong struggling to catch up. No fuel caches, no sort of way to deal with it like that. He could have maybe tried and go for a lot of armored cars, so that way try and maybe push back some way of getting control versus DevM, but he never quite worked out then. So he just couldn't quite decide which part of the map did he want, and that also gave DevM more advantage. Again, in that regard, Aimstrong was perhaps, I think, too greedy, and DevM ended up being able to exploit that one as well. So I mean, some aggressive fighting here from DevM, some nice play here from Aimstrong, but ultimately just not good enough to that way overcome sort of DevM's stranglehold long term. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe, tell a friend, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.